Welcome to Campus Deep Dive. I'm your host, Centel McCoy, and I'm here with three new guests who will now be introducing themselves.
My name is Joshua Barrett.
Oh, Adrian Knight.
My name is Chris Kelly.
All right, nice to meet you all. All right, so first thing I want to point out is the fact that you are theater majors, correct?
Yeah.
That's right, that's right.
All right, so with that being said, I just got a startup question.
You're right.
I'm just happy to be here, man.
So how was y'all's day?
I mean, it was pretty solid. I had one class today, Shakespeare and hip hop. That was pretty much it.
I had a good day. I went to one class. Supposed to be another one.
Okay, my day was really good today, man. We were chill, Me and Josh had the same class. Listen, y'all, don't pay us no mind, 'cause we goof off so much.
We do.
So
we
I'm trying to contain myself, Anyway, my day was good, like for real.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. All right. So, I heard you said you're supposed to be at a class right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you good?
Oh, I'm fine. It was a lab.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right, yeah, I can't talk about that too much because I'm actually the. Yeah. But anyways. So, as a theater major, has it been like a awakening experience so far? Basically, how long have y'all been in the arts? As far as theater.
I'll start off. I have not been in the arts so long. I would say a few years, but this is my first time actually taking classes on theater. It's been a very awakening experience. It let me know what I really want to do in theater, and what roles that I would want to take. And also, I want to be behind the scenes as well, not just in front,
Right.
like on stage. So that's it.
We doing like a line? Okay.
Whoever want to go.
All right. Well, I've been in the arts for a long time, so I've been doing theater since I was in high school. Been doing music and things of that nature since
Just play good.
since high school. So I did a couple of plays, musicals in high school, and now as I'm in college, I first started. I was like, oh, I just want to act. I just want to be an actor. But then I started branching out. I was like, okay, well, let's see what I can do. So I've directed. I've been a playwright. I've done lighting, sound, everything that you can really think of, mostly besides costuming. So it's been a good experience.
Okay.
I would say I'm still kind of relatively new to the theater acting scene. I think I took only one intro to theater class my senior year. That was the only time I did a play in high school, and it was Shakespeare. And then when I came here, I wanted to act, but then I kind of changed my mind. I was kind of ruled by fear around that time. So I did mass comm for pretty much the whole time I was here. And then my senior year, my first senior year, my advisor was like, well, I mean, you already done half the theater major. You might as well just double up.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. So I started before that, I started taking more acting classes. And that's when I was like, you know what? I want to act. I want to really take this serious. So then I come back from my, second senior year. And
last.
I did Dr. Faustus because that was because of COVID. I mean, that was the first time I got on stage and I was, acting and stuff. And I was just like, okay, yeah. After that feeling that it gave me, I was like, okay, yeah, I know I'm supposed to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And then Top Dog Underdog, we just did. It was just the icing on the cake, honestly. I was just like, I'm going to be doing something in this field if anything else happens.
Right.
That's what's going to happen. But that's pretty much how it happened for me.
Okay. So Dr. Faustus was a thing y'all did previously. Before, I had seen it. What was it? With the little half dome thing.
Thrust. It was on a thrust.
Yeah.
Space.
So y'all had did that before?
No.
Well,
In
I did.
that,
That was my first time doing it.
in that kind of setting,
Yeah.
no, I don't think we. Well, in our years, we hadn't done a staging like that. It was mostly out in the audience, proscenium.
Okay.
So
Okay, that's what's up.
I really didn't think how it was gonna go.
Yeah, I didn't know how.
Cause I'm so used to like just seeing people out in the house. So he was just like, oh, it's gonna be in a thrust. I was just like, okay. So when I went out there for my first like scene, I was just like, whoa, okay. I see how, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're like real close in your face, so it's hard to like, if you mess up, you gotta really be able to play that off.
Ain't
Like,
no
no,
saying,
real.
you had
no
to
way you
bring it
can mess
right.
up.
You know what I'm saying?
But it was real
It's
cool
like-
because we got to interact
Yeah.
with the audience, and we had a better effect, I'll say. Yeah, first time doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all did amazing with that.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it,
You know,
appreciate
so
it.
thank you.
So, I want to talk about y'all favorite type of characteristics as far as theater. So, when you get a role, what do you look at and be like, oh yeah, I gotta play this role, you know?
Pretty much who the character is, like who they are.
Oh, my
really.
gosh.
You know, like if they're go ahead, take over.
So, okay, when it comes to me, I can play anything in my head, anything I can do, because it's like in the industry, you don't really have a choice. You can go for a role, right? You can say, I want to go for this role right here. You audition, you might not get it, and they'll catch you with something else. You got to be able to be an actor and be like, okay, I'm gonna adapt. So, but when it comes to like roles that I really, really like, I look for things that I see within myself. Because it's a lot easier to be able to play those roles when you resonate with the character. So the last role that I played, Lincoln for Top Dog Underdog, I can't really, I resonate a little bit, but not a lot. I resonate in his sense of he was a reserved kind of guy. He was a drinker. But, yeah. And then, you know, he had other aspects of him that I couldn't really get into, but of course, doing character development is all part of the process and how you can get the characteristics of that person and portray it correctly.
I feel as though for me, I probably say the same thing. It's if I can really see myself in this character or that character in me. And then sometimes I want to maybe take on a challenge. Like if this character is really opposite of me, could I really expand my range to meet it? Cause I mean that's how you get better. To me, it's like you try to reach new heights. You try to push yourself, be vulnerable. Cause like I'm gonna be honest, with Top Dog Underdog, like with Booth, like that's not me. I'm gonna be honest. It's not me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really think about like,
You know, that's what,
how can I bring this out of myself? And it worked. You know what I'm saying? I just had to keep going about it. Cause I'm a visual person. Like if I visualize myself doing it, I can just go out there and grab it. That's pretty much how I did it. Stupid.
That's what's up. So, what made you all want to start theater? Not, you know, here, but in general. Like what, there had to be something before you started that made you want to act.
you want to go for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think for me, cause where I'm from, I was always a basketball guy. You know what I'm saying? I was always like a sports guy. But that was in school though. But outside of school, I mean, I don't know. I've always been like the life of the party, my family would say. So it's just something about having that attention on me, having that spotlight on me. I didn't know what it was. Didn't know what to do with
It's the
it.
Leo in you.
It's an anointing.
You are right, Grace. But it wasn't until, like I said, my senior year when I took that class, and my teacher would always pick on me to like demonstrate stuff, and I'm just like, you got all these other kids here. Why is it always me? You know what I'm saying? And then I did that play. After that play, I was like, okay, hold on. Maybe I should do this. You know what I'm saying? And then I come to Fayetteville State, and I'm like, okay, maybe I don't need to do this. I was just fighting with myself because it's like, I act a fool. I like people watching me. I do all this stuff. It's just how I am. It's my mentality. It's my, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, why is it when people look at me, I'm like, okay, maybe not. So that was something I had to battle with. And I feel like once I won that battle, I was like, okay, I can do acting. It leads me to, I gravitate towards it.
Right.
I feel like that was just for me.
For me, I always like to be a light. I like to be a light in people's lives. I like to be a light in any way that I can be, because to me, I don't really have a lot of life in my life. So if I can be that for somebody else just through somebody seeing my performance or just being a friend at the end of the day, I would do that. So my first show here, I did Children of Eden. And Miss Gloria Wells. She works in the council and personal development center, and she came. She said she came and she was blown away. She was amazed. She said this was like that is one of the best things that I've ever seen in my life. She came twice. She brought her family. She brought her kids, and before she even knew me or who I was, she was like, "I remember you from the show that you did, and every time I see you, I gotta tell everybody about how good you are and how you made my day. You made me want to keep coming and keep going to anything and support everything that the theater does because you're that good." And it made me feel really good because I like when people can see me and smile, or people who can see my show and smile or feel something. I like making people feel. So if what you're taking from what I just did made you feel something, then I did my job.
Right. That's a good one.
Well, great answer, Shaw. I don't think I need to say anything after what y'all two just said.
You got something.
Man, it's funny.
I mean, to make it sweet and short, nothing big. I'll say I got involved in musical theater back where I'm from. I liked it, and I wanted to continue doing it because I love music, and I've always wanted to dib and dab into acting, so those two combined. Just want to give it a shot.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
nothing deep, you know. I just like to entertain.
I was gonna ask something. I feel like deep down I always knew I was creative, but I didn't know how to show it until I started doing theater. You know, some people express it maybe with drawing or singing, you know, using their
Poetry.
voice, but I like to use my body to tell a story and use my voice and the words that have been given to me.
You write that
I
up.
feel like it gives me something that I feel like nothing else can really give me in terms of a career or like a passion.
Yeah, I feel that.
So,
Yeah, 100%. That's all great answers. So, based off of your certain aspects of talent, what movie have you watched that you was like, oh, I should have been in that movie, or if they make a part 2 of this, maybe.
That's a good question.
Great question.
Great question.
There's so many.
I say that about a lot of movies.
No cap. Like,
The way I
you
would have
gotta
ate up
see-
white chicks, I'm telling you, I would have ate that up. I'm telling you, I would have ate it up.
I would say my favorite movie. I don't care what anyone says. The Wizard of Oz.
Which one? Which version?
The Wizard of Oz.
The original?
1939.
You would have died.
The Wizard of Oz.
You would have died.
Yeah, that's
That's what Mr. Griffin would say.
I don't care.
It's the Wizard of Oz. He said, say the Wiz.
They got asbestos poisoning from the filming of that
Lot
show.
of mercury.
Okay.
Listen, if they made it, I would have made it too.
Okay.
I'm really trying to think, man.
I feel like you do great in Bad Boys.
You know what? Thank you, because I really would be. I would love to do Bad Boys.
Yeah.
I would say, I ain't gonna
Any
lie.
mafia crime show I could keep.
I would say Power, that show. I would definitely want to do Power.
You want to be Homeboy?
Right, me Tariq.
I was about to say, I didn't know how to say his name.
One more movie. I'm sorry. The Preacher's Wife. I would have definitely loved to have
No,
that
The Preacher's
in that
Son.
movie.
I would definitely be in that movie, The Preacher's Son. You ever seen it?
No. Can I say SpongeBob? I would be SpongeBob SquarePants movie. The movie. The original one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a goofy goober, yeah.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Me and Chris, we could probably do like a Drake and Josh type joint.
I can see us two doing that.
No cap. I feel like me and Chris could do
You
that.
be Drake.
Or like,
be
like
Josh.
What would y'all rename it though?
Yeah.
What would y'all rename it?
Chris and Josh.
Chris and Josh.
Josh. Chris and Josh.
Y'all want to do like all that?
He could definitely be in Good Burger.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Good Burger, home with a Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Part 2. I can see that. Yeah.
They're making a Good Burger too, by the way.
You said what?
They're making a Good Burger too.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Gotta see it.
They are?
Yeah, I think it's
Original
gonna be the
cast.
same though.
That's the thing about reboots. It's never gonna be the same.
It's
They be thinking it's gonna give out that same energy in a reboot, but
and they old now.
cause they gonna do Zoe 102.
I'm not watching it.
I'm sorry. I feel like
I'm gonna watch it because, you know, I was always a Zoe 101 fan. Zoe 101, that's a show I would have loved to be in. No
they
cap.
bullied her.
No, when it
They
comes
did.
to shows,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Good Times and Martin. Those two shows.
Martin.
I
The
would
way
have
I would
loved-
eat up Martin.
Yes. We all could have
Now, if I was born back in the back
man.
Sanford or Son, I would do that.
Stand for the Sun.
You look like Good Times, bro.
Family Matters.
I be in the Golden Girls.
Oh, okay.
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls.
With the all white
Thank you
cast.
for being a friend. I'd be the black one. I'd be for comic relief, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Travel down the road
What
and
about
back
you?
again.
Have you ever thought about acting or?
Acting. I used to make my own skits, but
Okay.
like really acting, I haven't delved into that yet. I'm thinking about it though.
I hear the
should,
yet.
man.
Yeah, I hear the
At
yet.
some point, definitely. Yeah.
Make it a reality.
Yet is only a step. So if you jump over the yet,
Of course. Of
You'll do
course.
it.
I'm not marketing it out, of course not. But all right, so another question, stepping a little further into it. 5 years ago, do y'all remember 5 years ago, like where y'all was at?
yeah.
Vividly?
Vividly.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, so what would y'all say y'all thought process was then versus now?
Well, 5 years ago, I was a freshman here. Shut it. I just remember just being very, just didn't know what to do. Like I was coming here, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I was gonna make friends. I didn't know what major I was gonna do. It was just a lot to soak in just that 1 year. But I look back on it, I don't regret it, honestly. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I did everything. I feel fulfilled. Like graduating this year, I feel fulfilled, to be honest.
Okay.
I was a senior in high school 5 years ago, and I was a girl back then, so that's crazy. My thought process, I guess, a lot different from what it is now, because I was very sheltered. I didn't know a lot. I didn't know anything. It was more so like I knew whatever my mom and my dad spewed to me. So it was like I had no preconceptions of anything that was going on in life. I was kind of just like, sugars and cream, It's just, where I'm at right now, I'm like, I look back and I'm like, dog, that used to be you. Like, I disgust myself now. Like, when I look back and I see like videos of myself, it was disgusting.
Oh, it's
like,
cringy.
it's so
It's
cringy.
cringy.
It's so cringy.
It's so cringy.
Cause like now, I'm living as a trans man. Like I feel more happy in myself because I was never very comfortable when I was younger. I never was very comfortable in my skin, and I feel like Josh said, I feel fulfilled in the choices that I made. I feel like where I'm at right now, I'm in a good position because while I wish I was further along in my thinking and further along in the way that I am and how I perceive myself, I feel like I'm in the right direction, for sure.
So 5 years ago, just like y'all, I was graduating high school. When I graduated high school, I was hoping that I've been famous and wouldn't have to worry about school because I did not like school. Military was actually an option, but I thank God I didn't go to the military. I went to community college, and that was the best decision I made in my life, community college. And I'm pretty much the same as I was 5 years ago.
And I believe it.
I've just matured a little more, spiritually, mentally. Yeah, that's it.
Definitely.
I look at myself, I don't cringe. Shoot. I love myself
So you
every
look
time.
the same.
Yeah, but every version of yourself is just another rendition of where you're supposed to be. So any place you were 5 years ago, you were meant to be. Trust me, it's all meant to happen. As long as you keep moving, you moving in the right direction. That's all. That's all for sure. And another thing I want to talk about. So, how did y'all meet?
Hello, that's a fun question. You want me to tell it? I want to tell it because I love telling about how I met. Okay, so I met this guy. I met him my sophomore year, right? And we were in acting class together, bro.
Yeah.
It's a funny story. Me and my friend, I'm not gonna say her name because for anonymity.
Oh my God.
We thought
I did not
this
think
man
he
was
was
so
gonna
cute. So we invite this man out. We're like, oh, let's go hang out with him. So we hang out and we like, oh, he cool. So after that, the friendship just kind of grew after that because it was just like
Yo,
he
you
had
creeped
some
out or something.
ugh. He had some ugh about him, something attached to his side, but she gone now, so we good. Anyway, so Chris right here, this man, I met him, last year? How did we meet, Chris?
I'm saying about 2021. No.
2021, I know that, but I mean...
We met just in class, I believe.
What class?
I met you through Josh, I believe.
We did, because I didn't have a class with him yet until
Right.
second semester. And then I ended up being his director for Detroit 67. He is a handful.
He saw the good. He saw the cuckoo. He saw, well, not really. I'm gonna say cuckoo.
I saw the problems within him.
How did we meet, bro?
I met Josh in class.
Was it acting 4?
No, I've only took acting 1. My whole
Yeah,
time.
he didn't.
No,
Oh
I met
no, y'all
you.
would met before that.
In the with Hannah and Andre. What's that class called, man? It starts with an S. In the shop, we was in the shop. Scene
technology.
Scene
Oh, okay.
Technology.
It's coming back now.
Cause he would tell me about you, and I'd be like, "Who in the world are you talking about?"
Bro, when Chris came on the scene, bro,
I was quiet
funny.
at first. I was like,
Like, he was quiet at first, but when you got him talking, he would not stop. Like, he would keep talking, and if you don't tell him, like, okay, reel it in, Chris, he was gonna keep talking. But it was funny. Like, it was cool. I love talking to Chris. You know. So, yeah.
He's funny guy.
I had to rope him in to like stuff I'll be doing. Like, come on, Chris. You know,
Let's go, Chris. We can just be calling Chris. Chris be anywhere but
so
here.
he be anywhere walking, bro.
Anywhere. You call that man, be like, "Hey, Chris, where you at?" Be like, "Oh, I'm just walking to the cab. I'm walking down the street. Down the street where?"
Yeah, we gotta watch Chris, bro.
So Chris, do you feel the same way about that?
about what?
But what they just said.
Don't let him talk to no strangers.
Is that how that happened?
Oh my
The
God.
way he's gonna tell all your business.
That's not true.
Yes, it
No,
is.
that's not
not
true,
true.
but he do be talking to everybody though. We can say that.
It is true.
I would say
Talking to that random white lady. She was like, "Are y'all from here?" I said, "No." He said,
What's wrong with
"I'm
saying
not
you're
from
from here?
here."
You don't gotta know your address.
I'm not
Can't be
from here.
scared of everybody that come up to you. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I would say with how I met them, I would say,
I'm sorry.
I'm chill right now.
Go ahead,
Anyways,
Hey, man.
in a way, yes. 'Cause I didn't really talk when I first met Josh like that. You know. Not like that.
He said
Talk.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, I've always been like very friendly and stuff, and like, yeah, like when I get going, I get going, you know. But I just love people. I'm glad I met them, you know. I feel like if I haven't met them here at this school, it'd be boring. Like,
For sure.
in the theater program, it'd be boring. Like, you know, so having them around, you know, I mentioned, if y'all watched the episode, you know, I mentioned these two in the episode.
You did.
And how they really, like, influenced me, they really helped me out. You know, they coached me to different things in theater and in life, how to be and how not to be. I'm just playing. But, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool.
This is my seed right here. This is my son.
Wow, you said that. Wow.
My son right here. Straight
Wow,
from within
this
me.
is
He came
crazy.
out. Whoa. Pause.
I'm sorry. That was funny. I wasn't expecting the C part. That's
Oh, my bad.
You're fine. All right. So, besides meeting each other, like, is there any regrets? Because y'all all seniors, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there any regrets or anything y'all wish y'all did sooner compared to, you know, like, oh yeah, we already about to be out the door. None of that.
I have a couple of regrets, and my regrets mainly come from me finding out who I am and wishing that I didn't trust people that I did trust. Wishing that I burned bridges when I should have burned bridges. Wishing that I was able to accurately communicate my feelings, you know what I'm saying? Because I've messed up a lot of things like that. I've messed up a lot of friendships. I've messed up a lot of relationships. And, you know, people come in your life and go for as they should for whatever reason. You know, God brings people in the way that they bring people in and the way that he brings people in and takes people out for a reason. But I feel like sometimes it's also within myself that I should have, maybe I should have did this, or maybe I should have did that. Or, I also wish I would have started transitioning sooner. I wish I would have been able to know more and figure out myself earlier, because I feel like I wouldn't be in certain places that I'm at right now if I would have known. So, but I feel like that's all about the journey, So.
I say for me, I wish, like when I had came here, I wish I was more motivated and more ambitious and like what I wanted. Cause I feel like, cause not only I wish I would have done more than just like 2 productions, I could have been like doing stuff on the side or, stuff like that to help like better my craft and stuff. So I wish when I came in, I was more ambitious and more motivated, more sure of what I wanted.
Right.
I feel like spending all that time being unsure. I used to go to them all the time, like, bro, should I be a theater major or like, should I do this and that? When I really, like, I knew what I wanted, but I was just like afraid at the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I will say one thing. I don't regret anything, but I would say if I had to go back from starting here,
Excuse me.
I low-key do wish I stuck with my major that I had at community college, and I probably would have done theater as a minor. Give me your music, fine arts and music, and kept theater as a minor. You hear people say, oh, you gotta do this and that, you wanna get a good job, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But, I chose theater as a major because I did music already. I wanted to do something else. But then I realized I like music better and acting.
Right.
A lot better.
So before we leave, is there a message? Well, there should be a message. All of you have a message. I know y'all all very intelligent people. So what message would you want to give the audience? One by one, of course. Like it could be completely separate messages. You don't have to follow, the next person. But to the audience, what would you like to say?
Well, hello everyone. I would say keep God first. If you don't believe in God, at least, find hope in something. I would say don't give up. And don't let anybody tell you can't do what you want to do in life.
You doing good?
I would say same thing as Chris. God is first, always. And I would say no dream is too big enough to go chase. That's what I say. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to put your heart in, your blood, sweat, and tears in, whatever your passion is, focus on that. And that's all you need.
My message is live for you and then live for others second. So you should come first. Besides God becoming first, you should be next priority. You are the most important thing in your life. So being a light for somebody else is important. Find that light within you so you can live independently within yourself and have happiness within you. Then you can bring that happiness to other people who are important to you. Live for you first, live for others second.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Quick round of applause for you. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. All right, so with that being said, there's another episode of Campus Deep Dive. I will see you on another episode soon.